Hello and welcome to the Quality of Life podcast hosted by me, Raha. I was the youngest Arab and the first Saudi woman to climb Everest and the 7 summits. And today we're meeting Kayleigh. Kayleigh is a British entrepreneur and the founder of the Female Network Dubai, a community established in 2022 to empower and connect women across the UAE. Kayleigh, thank you so much for being our guest in the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
We're happy to have you. We're going to start with our tradition of asking our lovely guests what does quality of life mean to them.
Okay, so for me, I think it's really important that you have a balanced life, especially if you've got children and obviously living in a busy city, you're always on the go. To be honest, I do find it really hard to juggle, but it's something that I'm working on. So as long as there's enough balance between family life, a bit of wellness, self-care, and obviously work, I think as long as you've got those 4 things in, that's a good quality for me.
Balance is always good. Off the air, when me and you were chatting while they were fixing everything up, you mentioned your family and you mentioned your husband and your kids. I would like to know who in your journey has been an inspiration that helped you along the way, who has helped you, who have been there for you.
In terms of just family or?
In general, anyone that has been, because some people aren't necessarily family, but are a big part of, the family you choose.
I think my mum was a huge part of me trying to push forward with growing the female community. She was always a lady that was so supportive of other people and would help as many people as she could around her. And I really saw her as an inspiration and tried to continue what I'd started. Basically, I lost my mum a year and a bit ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Nearly gave up the group because of that,
Oh.
but then carried on because of her.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
It's okay.
It's never easy. Parents are such a pillar in our life, so it's always sad, very sad to see them go, but we have to, live the legacy that they've instilled in us. Sorry, I get very emotional when I talk about parents because of my dad. My dad, he's still with us, alhamdulillah, thankfully. May God give him long life, but he has Alzheimer's, so we're having a hard time with that. So it's kind of like he's there, but he's not.
Yeah.
And he's my biggest support in my life. And he still did me so many amazing attributes. And one of them is love of books. My father used to read, I loved how much he used to read. And he's the one that used to always give us books and find cool books for us to read. So I would like to know from you if there's a book that you'd like to share that has inspired you or you find interesting.
I'm really bad, so I buy books all the time and I never get to read them. So by my bed now, I've got 4.
I'm going to change it for you. What's a book that you'd like to finish?
If I'm honest, I can't even remember the name of it. So
What is it about?
It's the manifestation book that Roxy has just put out over here.
Okay.
So I have got that at home, but I haven't even got into it yet. So I do really want to read that because I think that really resonates with different parts of my life, I think, and manifesting and that whole thing. I'd enjoy to read it, but I just haven't got the time at the moment.
It's okay. Sometimes you just have to, put it in your mind and try to get yourself inspired to read it. I was suggesting to another guest, I go through books faster when I start them on audiobook.
Okay.
So when I start them on audiobook, I get excited and then I finish them. I do both. I get the audiobook, I listen to it, and then I get the actual book and I finish the book reading the book. Do you know what I mean? Because audiobook gets me excited and then the end of the book.
Having that physical
Having
book,
that physical
that's
and
what
I like
find
the
easier.
page and, So maybe start that. Try to do this balance of listening and also reading. Might help you out a little bit.
Try and do it before bed, like an hour relaxing. I think
And also
I
if you
need to.
driving, you consume so much time driving, then you can hear big chunks of the book at a time if it's
True,
15
that is
or
a good
20
idea.
minutes. I'd like to know more about your day. How does your day go? Because you said that you have kids. MashaAllah, God protect them. How does your day go? Can we get to know you a little bit more through your day?
Yep. So I wake up at 6, go down mum duties, preparing lunch boxes for the 2 of them. I've got a 5-year-old and a 13-year-old.
Oh, wow.
Both of them are completely
Both
different.
boys?
One daughter is 5,
One girl?
son is 13.
Okay, mashallah.
So I do the lunch boxes, do the breakfast, go and drag them out of bed, spend about half an hour trying to get them to eat and get ready. And then once they're ready for school, go and drop them off. I'll come home, finish getting ready. And then I work from home a lot of the time. So I'd be catching up on admin and then usually 1 or 2 meetings a day. But I try to be as on hand as I can as possible with the children. So although, yes, we do have a nanny and I have a husband, he's always quite busy with work. So I make sure that my day is so that I can collect my kids from school, that I can drop them off as much as I can. Because I think living in Dubai is amazing, but I also think when you have a nanny, sometimes you take advantage of that and you don't do as much as you probably would elsewhere.
You miss out on some things, but it's needed for your help. But sometimes I think it gets overwhelming. I'm not a mom, but I can imagine it gets a bit overwhelming. So it's good to have the support, but for it to be a support, not the main caretaker of, because you miss out.
Yeah, and you get mum guilt really badly.
I think you get mom guilt anyways. Like I haven't met a mom I have yet to meet a mom that doesn't feel guilty about something.
Yeah, true.
I think it's very natural, like for you to feel guilty. I mean, I'm not a human mom yet. I'm a fur baby. I have a fur baby, and I feel guilty when
For going
I'm,
out.
Yeah, I do. I feel guilty when I'm out the whole day, or when I don't walk them, or when I feel a little bit like sad and that they're fur babies. So I can only imagine how this will feel when I actually, inshallah, if God permits, have my own babies, one day. But it's a juggling act, and it gets a little bit overwhelming being a mom and managing, the community on your own, and also your personal life. It gets a little bit overwhelming. What's your advice, or what do you do when you're overwhelmed? What's your go-to? What's your
When I get really overwhelmed, I tend to just write a list of things to do that I know that list is going to be huge, and then just go and have like an hour just to process what I need to do, and then put it into order of priority, and then just start working through. Because I do get times when I'd be so overwhelmed, I literally have to turn my phone off and take it away from me for an hour because I can't deal with the...
I feel like if the phone is in your hand, you don't really get the rest. Like doom scrolling, when people are not feeling well and they sit in bed and they go... Because I do that sometimes when not feeling well, but your mind doesn't rest as much. Like your mind is just not...
Constantly on the go, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not getting its break. It's constantly like going. I would rather put the phone down, go for a walk, or even watch a series or something, but just this connectivity and the sense of needing to answer and needing to...
That's it. I think if you have your own business, especially if it's quite a new business, you don't want to lose a client or a new member, or you don't want to upset someone. So if you've accidentally opened that message, you feel like you have to respond no matter what time of the day it is. And I think I'm trying to take myself away from that, because I think that becomes a bit unhealthy, because you're just constantly on your phone. Like my husband's like, could you ever put it down? And I'm like, but I don't want to upset someone.
Yeah,
so
you feel like this responsibility of being polite with everybody, but think about it this way. That individual that's texting you thinks he's texting you. He thinks, or she thinks, that's a simple question. But there's 10 other people doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So we need to be more cautious. For example, what time you text people and when, and what's the, the urgency of that. Because I feel like it's become too fast, and we're losing etiquette. We're losing etiquette of when to text and when to not text. And people are just texting all the time at all hours of the night. And then you get overwhelmed if you don't answer. It gets a little bit too much. I force myself. So I have automatic, what is it called? What's it called? The mode? There's a mode where you can put in specific times. It's like not do not disturb. Personal.
Okay.
Personal. It's called personal.
I haven't even done that. I need to have a look.
So there's an option if you go to the main page. So you have do not disturb, personal, sleep, and driving. So there's one personal automatically goes on at 10 at night for me, and turns off at 8 in the morning the next day, because I will be on call. Like I will constantly be on call. So this has helped me a lot. And now I forget about it.
That's good though.
Now I forget about it. Yeah. There's also something called emergency double call. So if someone calls you twice, then the phone will ring. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Because that's another thing. I didn't want to put D&D because I don't want to miss anything out. But this way you get two. You mentioned your job and what you do, and managing the network. Can you talk more about that? Can you let us know what it is?
Yeah, so basically it's a community that's grown to 70,000 women across Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn.
That's 70,000.
But every day is different. So we normally do 2 to 3 events a week. So it would be one day I'd be organising the events for like the following week. So we get the schedule in place. It's really different. Ordering balloons, ordering bags, getting products made to give away to people.
Little small jobs.
Just random. The day is just never the same. So it is fun. I really do enjoy it. It's just, I think I need to be a bit better at managing time. So it can be, I can work at home all day. If I have the meetings, I pop out, I'll come back. Then there's days when we have 3 events in 1 week, so I'm never home.
Wow,
so
3 in 1 week?
yeah.
Oh God,
But it's fun.
Where do you usually have the events?
All different places. So the last couple of weeks we did a yacht afternoon, We did a speed networking evening and a breakfast in 1 week.
Speed networking?
Yeah.
How does that work?
So we had around 30 women. You have them sat along the table, obviously. One side
it's
doesn't
like speed
move.
dating.
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
2-minute period per lady, and then they just move to the next one. And it's nice because you do get a lot of women that are very shy that come along, and it just takes them out of their comfort zone.
But that's very cool. And if someone wants to join, how can they find, where can they find the information?
On one of the social media pages, and we have an app as well that's in the App Store and Google Play. I think on Facebook, if you've got a group or a community, if you've just moved to Dubai and I suppose you're following various pages, they come up as recommendations.
Like, tell me what the tag is.
It's just TFND, the Female Network Dubai.
TFND.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay, lovely. I'll definitely check that out.
Thank you.
I love to take a moment for a little bit of me time. And right now, let's take a quick break to say a huge thank you to London Dairy for the support of this series of the Quality of Life podcast. Because London Dairy ice cream is all about giving us little moments of joy and relaxation. If you want to know more, please check out the show notes. Now, let's get back to the show. What do you think is the biggest challenge you faced in your journey? In general, you can specifically say in the community, but in general, what do you think is the biggest challenge you faced?
I'd say living abroad away from your family when something goes wrong with like health or something.
Living abroad is really fun and games until you get sick.
Yeah. I think that's been the hardest thing because for me, I wanted to just up and leave. But then when you've got children in the picture, they're settled in school, hard. It's like you're so torn. So that's been a really hard part of my life because obviously I lost my mum in the end. But that period of time when I couldn't keep taking the kids out of school. So every 2 to 3 weeks, I was travelling back to the UK for a week to 10 days and leave them here with their dad. And that was a big challenge because you don't know which decision's the best one to make, you know. It's either go and be with your family. My mum could have been okay. So it was like taking the risk of ripping the kids out.
You never know. Like it's so hard to take these decisions without knowing the all the cards, but then you won't move, you won't do anything. Did they settle in now? But are they happier?
Very happy, and that's what I mean. I could never have imagined taking them out of what they're used to now. But at the time, I was just like, I don't know. So for me, that was probably the hardest decision to have to make in my life.
And what's your advice to someone who right now is moving and going somewhere else with their kids and is finding it like overwhelming? What would you say?
I'd just say if you are going to take the move to be away from your family, try to make sure that you're financially secure so that if things do go wrong, you're able to go back and see your family. You know, you've got the financial capability of booking flights because that becomes a problem if you don't. You know, it's not cheap.
You get stuck.
Yeah. And people don't realise or maybe take that into consideration because I think unless something's really gone wrong, you don't always look at the negative sides, do you? So for me, that was something that I'd say because I've been through it, you know, I'd always recommend to make sure because people move here, I know all the time, without jobs, you know, and they end up running up so much debt trying to find jobs. So
it needs to be done well so that you can do it badly for a short time, but for long term it needs to be planned properly.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think is the biggest misconception about networking, about the the female networking world? What's a big misconception people have about it?
I have a lot of ladies that would message before coming to an event worried that it's going to be cliquey, maybe.
What do you mean by cliquey?
You know, some places, not that I've experienced it, but I've been told that some groups can be quite cliquey. So you'll have your own little groups within the group. So maybe if
not
you've
welcoming, you mean?
or maybe if there's like a group of women that have been there for a long time, the new ones won't feel comfortable. So you get a lot of women asking like, what are the type of women like there? It's just, I don't know. I've never really had any negatives said about it apart from, is it cliquey? Which it's not.
No, but I understand. I guess if you're a bit shy, you'll feel a little bit overwhelmed to go.
Yeah.
And if people are there for a long period of time, then you will feel like an outsider, which is normal. But sometimes that's healthy because you're fresh. But when it's not welcoming and it becomes a bit like bullying, then that's not good. If I can add to that misconception, I was speaking earlier about people believe, well, the wrong notion of women don't support each other. That's a big misconception. Women actually want to support each other and help each other. It's the opposite, because people think, no, women are very competitive. They are in many aspects, but I feel like more than more times than not, women want to help each other, and women want to support each other, and women want to be there for each other. Um, it's not as cutthroat.
No.
I think it's cutthroat when it's negative and the opportunities are little.
Yeah. But
Then it becomes a bit like, what do you think?
I think Dubai is different to anywhere, that everyone's kind of trying to help each other out. All the women that are setting up small businesses, they're ready to help the next person that they meet. And for me, compared to the UK, I see it completely different. So in terms of women supporting each other here, I think,
It's a good representation.
It is.
You mentioned 70,000 earlier.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That feels like having a lot of aunties and cousins, doesn't it? Like, it feels a bit like overwhelming. How do you manage that? How do you manage, the weight or how overwhelming it is? How do you manage it? How do you protect your wellness?
I don't manage it. It's the truth.
I like the honesty. I like the honesty. You just accept that it takes a toll and you deal with it. Yeah.
I'm just trying it, like, it's growing without even having to do anything. So I think that's where I'm not managing it correctly, because there are days when you think, oh, okay, there's not much to do. And then suddenly you'll get 10 emails about memberships, or you're getting WhatsApps about different things. And it does become like, where there's no set routine and you're having people joining every day, that is the bit it's difficult to manage. But, I had a lady working for me. I'm going to take on someone else soon so that I can delegate. I've got someone that helps with a bit of admin online. So I think once that's put into place, I'll be able to manage a bit better.
Mm. And you mentioned membership. Can you explain what's the formula? So you sign up, you apply.
So basically, it's open to everyone. We invite all nationalities, obviously, all backgrounds. So we have a mobile app. You download the app. You don't have to become a member, but a lot of the events are members only, and including the 25 that you pay every month, you get access to 50 discounts at hotels, spas, restaurants, salons, etc. across Dubai. We have like a ladies chat. So there's 300 and something women it's not WhatsApp, it's Signal. So there's a Signal group every week with our partners of salons and skin clinics and stuff like that. They give us like freebies because we're marketing them. So every week the women get the chance to win a blow dry or a facial or something like that. So
yeah, that's nice. It's an incentive to get to, yeah.
So
that's very cool.
It's just, we tried to put it all onto an app because it was becoming unmanageable. So it's like one little hub. You go on there, you can book your events. There's also a chat room. You've got the discounts, and then obviously the giveaways and stuff.
What's an event that's coming up?
We have an event that we're doing at the Dubai Balloon at Atlantis. To celebrate.
Dubai Balloon?
Yeah, have you seen it?
What's Dubai Balloon?
It's like a hot air balloon, but it's actually tethered to the Atlantis.
Oh, I've seen that. Oh, okay.
So we're doing an event there for International Yoga Day.
That's cool.
So it starts at 7 in the morning. It's like an hour of yoga, a 30-minute session of sound healing, and then an air balloon ride afterwards, and then drinks and networking afterwards. So
that sounds fun.
Something different.
They can find this information at the Instagram account.
Yeah.
Can you mention it again? Yeah.
The Female Network Dubai.
Okay, amazing. I know you mentioned that you said you do nothing. I know. I mean, sometimes it's overwhelming and it runs itself. But I'm sure there's some me time that you do. What's something that you do that's helping you stay a little bit grounded and a little bit, less stressed?
So I've got 5 dogs. So
5?
Yeah.
Mashallah. What breeds?
A German Shepherd.
I love you even more. I have 2 German Shepherds.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mine's a long-haired one. Are yours?
Medium.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
They're so cute.
What's his name?
Bruno.
I need to see pictures.
I'll show you in a sec. And then a miniature poodle. So she's the same size as his head.
Mm-hmm.
A Pomeranian, a Pekingese, and a hunting dog that I rescued from Cyprus.
I'm just trying to... Do you live in a villa or a...
Yeah.
Okay, I just trying to imagine. They get along?
Yeah.
They all get along?
Yeah.
The German Shepherd doesn't run after the little one?
No, because they've grown up together. We had him since he was 8 weeks, so they're all
puppies.
friends. Yeah.
Okay, amazing. I have 2, and the little one is the devil incarnate.
Really?
He's very cute. So the older one is a girl called Petra. She's 6 years old. and he is 6 months old.
So much energy when they're young.
And he's a work line, not a show line. Do you know the difference?
Not really, no, because I don't
So,
know the breed that well, to be
What's
honest.
his color?
He is black with a brown face.
So he's a show line,
Okay.
which is less, hyper, more chilled. He's chill, I assume.
He's a bit better now. He wasn't
yeah.
for the
I mean,
first
how old is
year. He's 1.
Yeah, of course. They're all little devils in the beginning. The one I got now, unfortunately, is a work line. So he jumps off the couch and just, I'll show you videos. It's a disaster. But I can't think of a better way for me to spend my time running after them. Like, I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do is to walk them and to just teach them. And when I got him 3 or 4 months ago, he was this big. Aww. Now he's 20 kilos. But I love them. I think I love how they humble me, and I have to take them out. I have to walk them.
Yeah.
No matter what. I was dead yesterday. I had a long day, and I still walked him for like 40 minutes. I still had to. I just feel the responsibility. I always feel better afterwards.
True. I'm the same. And I've taken them to the dog beach a couple of times. Have you been there?
Which one?
In Dera.
Dera. There's
on Dera Islands.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah.
My issue is, how does he handle other dogs?
Not well. So you have to go to the other end of the beach.
So she does well, the 6-year-old. But sometimes when there's other females, not so much. Like I think it's when the same gender is a problem.
Yeah.
The little one, I don't even try. We took him recently, last month when he was 5 months, we took him to, Al Qawain Beach Club, which is very, very nice. Everything went really well until he saw like a little poof dog and he just went crazy. He doesn't even act like that when he sees cats. And then he saw this little poof dog. And the poof dog was off leash and he was on leash and it was disaster. So he just started, running around and pulling everybody. But I think it's just how dogs are. But 5 dogs, all different breeds. I have to see pictures. I think we can both talk about dogs for a long time. But to go back to your point, I think it's fair to say walking them helps you and gives you like a sense of peace. Is there anything else by any chance that
every now and then I'll go for a swim in the evening, even if it's for half an hour, just to go in, switch my mind off on my own once the kids are asleep. I'll do that. If I have time, I'll go to the gym because I love doing cardio. I feel that really helps me de-stress. So I'm trying to do that more.
Yeah.
On a Sunday evening, once the kids are in bed, going off for an hour or so and just getting into a routine of putting that in my diary every week.
Having your you time is so important. Whatever it is. I keep saying in this podcast, 10 episodes, whatever it is, find the thing that, makes you happy and makes just the thing is that's for you. Not for anyone else, not for any sake of anything else, just for yourself. Before I let you go, it's been such a pleasure getting to know you, but I have a bunch of bullet questions that I want to ask you. They're around 10, won't take long, but answer the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
And keep them like at 1 or 2 words, right?
Okay.
It just as fast as you can, okay? Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Don't be nervous. It's fun. Don't take it too serious. Ready?
Yep.
If you were a fruit, what would you be?
Strawberry.
Mountain or beaches?
Beach.
Early bird or night owl?
A bit of both.
Okay. I think it depends on season,
Yeah.
doesn't it? A word that defines you.
Independent.
Biggest fear?
Losing family.
Introvert or extrovert?
A bit of both.
Okay. What's your mantra?
I don't really have one.
No, I think it's finding peace in chaos. You kind of have this way of, you were saying earlier that you just let it be.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you just accept. You have that. Some people would drown in that. So I think you have that ability. Which brings me to my 8th question, which is what's your superpower?
Surviving on minimal sleep.
A guilty pleasure?
I don't know. I can't even think.
Take a moment to think about
I
it.
don't know. I'm so stupid. I always just go blank.
No, for me, for example, French fries, pistachio paste, binging TV shows. I have plenty. Something that you do that you're like, I shouldn't be doing this.
Probably watching series at 1 o'clock in the morning when I should be in bed. I'm like addicted.
Yeah. Maybe that's the only time you can watch them.
Yeah.
Last question. You can take a little bit of time to think about this one. If you would write an autobiography, what would the book title be? I love how this question really gets people's brains working.
Yeah, I'd have to have some. It's been a crazy ride, so it would have to be quite an interesting name. I don't know exactly, but
I love how she's really, really thinking about it.
I really don't know.
That's okay. You can. It's just something. It's something to ponder. It's okay. You can just ponder it. It's okay. The idea is for you to get to think about it. Whatever the book title is, I'm sure it's going to be awesome. And it was such a pleasure to get to know you. And I'm sure our listeners and our viewers, if they're checking out our in-person episodes, will appreciate, because there's so much you can learn from someone that has lived the life her way. And she, like you said, very independent, and you managed to make it happen, even though sometimes it's a bit overwhelming. And I think it's awesome. And I really appreciate it that you shared your story with us today.
Thank you so much.
Before we wrap up and Kayleigh has her Sunday, I just wanted to take a moment to say a huge thank you to London Dairy for their support of this series of the Quality of Life podcast. Because London Dairy ice cream is all about giving us little moments of joy and relaxation. If you want to know more, please check out the show notes. Stay tuned to the next episode. Thank you so much.